Hello friends, I hope you're doing awesome today. I'm coming live from my kitchen because I'm going to share with you how to make my most favorite shredded chicken, and it's super duper easy. Like, that's the best part, is that it's easy. Don't mind the background noise, my family is home, so literally just got all of the food out. You can see have vegetables over there that we're about to prep, have veggies over there, we have the Instapot going. Like, literally you are in the middle of meal prep at my house. So this chicken, again, is so easy and it is kid friendly. So if you have kids, your kids will eat this. Well, my kids eat this because you can change the spice level. Again, I am not the cook in the house. I am not the cook. My husband is the cook in the house. But it is important that I have recipes that I can make. For example, I am starting my brand new program tomorrow, my 12-week program, and I have to have my meals prepped so I can stay on track. And my husband is not really prepping food today, so I am picking a simple protein, and this is that. It's called Harissa chicken, and it's shredded. It's on the stovetop. You can do it in the crock pot. I've done it in the crock pot. You could probably do it in the Instapot, but I've never played with the Instapot enough. I've only made hard-boiled eggs in there myself. So I'm gonna show you how I make it. Are you okay? You ready? You guys excited? Okay, so the first thing that you're gonna do is you wanna turn the stovetop on, and then you're gonna take some extra virgin olive oil, or you can take, I actually use grapeseed oil. Personally, I use grapeseed oil for my oils. We also have coconut oil, but the only thing that we have right now in our house is olive oil, which is perfectly fine to use. I am not measuring this. For those of you that are bakers, I'm a baker and I love to measure, but I really don't measure for this. And all I do is I just coat the bottom of the pan. So just coat it, okay? It's probably, I would say, a tablespoon of oil. Again, use grapeseed oil or extra virgin olive oil, either one. Now, before I go into the other ingredients, again, these ingredients are so simple, is we are going to sear our chicken. Now, this is 3 pounds of organic chicken. We do buy organic meats because we do not want the antibiotics and the preservatives and all of the fillers in it. But this is 3 pounds of organic chicken breasts. There are no bones in this. There are no thighs in this because I don't want dark meat. And that's it. So you can see this is it. I'm not going to touch it because I don't have to wash my hands in the middle of what I'm doing. So I'm trying to be really sanitary. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to put in your chicken. Now, your stovetop is on like medium high right now because you want to sear it once you put the seasoning on it, which the seasoning, you guys, this is the best part. This is why this chicken recipe is so easy. It is literally 3 seasonings. Super duper simple. So you're going to put your chicken in. I'm using my tongs here. Did you hear it? That's how you want it to sound, okay? When you put it in. That means it's going to sear it, brown it, whatever you want to call it. Again, I am not the cook in the house. So if you're watching this, you're lucky, because if you're watching this, anyone can cook this chicken, okay? So I'm actually going to move it over because I don't want it to cook too much right now. So put your chicken in, and you can hear it. If it's doing that noise, it's a good sign. Put your chicken in. Just wait how easy this gets. It's going to get even easier. You have your chicken in. Let me move this over here. Okay, chicken is in. Here's the fun part. You're going to take a little bit of more olive oil or grapeseed oil, whatever you prefer, and you're just going to put it over top. Again, it's probably a total of like 2 tablespoons. I will write this all out for you. Okay, I'll write it all out for you so you can just screenshot it. Now, this is the special ingredient right here. Special ingredient. Do you guys see it? It's called Harissa. This is organic Harissa seasoning. Harissa organic seasoning. You cannot find this at most of your local grocery stores. I know Whole Foods does have this, but I get mine from Amazon Prime. It's actually in my Amazon Prime shop under food. I think it's under foodie. If you look under that, I can put the link below. But I will order like 3 or 4 of these because I go through this seasoning very, very fast. It is non-GMO. It's organic, okay? And it's amazing. So all you're gonna do is this. Again, I don't measure, okay? I don't measure for this. but you can see that's how much I used last time. Again, it's probably 3 or 4 tablespoons for 3 pounds of chicken, a tablespoon per pound. And I take this right here, I take off the little sprinkle, and watch what I'm gonna do. You ready? So simple, so simple. You don't have to get your hands dirty. Is you just coat the chicken. Do you see how the chicken's coated? I'm gonna show you what it looks like because I'm a visual person. Ready? It's coated. The chicken is coated, okay? And then I'm gonna flip over the chicken, flip it over, and now I'm gonna make sure it's on the stovetop so it starts to sear it. Sear the seasoning in. This is where the chicken starts to taste amazing. Okay, so you flip it over, so the side with all the seasoning is now on the stovetop. And I'm gonna take more seasoning. I love the hearts. That means that you're gonna go cook this, okay? You can cook it tonight and you'll have chicken prepped for the week. All you need is like 2 more proteins. So grab some eggs. I'm doing burgers. So I'm doing burgers, shredded chicken, and eggs for my proteins this week, and then my superfood. So sprinkle this on top. You wanna cook both sides, okay? Stuck. Both sides of the chicken. There you go. So now that everything is seasoned, I'm just going to kick this up on high, my stovetop, because I want it to get brown, and I want all of the seasoning to just suck into the chicken and make it look really pretty, okay? So you can hear now it's gonna start getting bubbly. Now, the other ingredients that you need, I'm gonna go over all the ingredients. 3 pounds of chicken. I use organic chicken. Grapeseed oil or extra virgin olive oil, either one you can use. Harissa seasoning. Again, I got this from Amazon Prime. Whole Foods has it, but I have not found it at Publix. That's my local, grocery store. Then you're gonna need salt and pepper, which I'm gonna put that on in a second. Organic chicken bouillon. Organic, okay? I always get organic. If you don't wanna get organic, that's okay, but it is healthier for you because it doesn't have all the chemicals and antibiotics in it and preservatives. So organic chicken bouillon. And then to prep, I didn't want to have to take time to cut and chop and do everything in front of you. You see the smoke? That means it is searing it right now, okay? Now I'm just going to flip it over, browning it, whatever you want to call it. Again, I am not the cook in the house, but you can do this even if you can't cook. So I'm just flipping it over so it doesn't stick to the bottom of the pan. Okay. Now my kids eat this chicken. Ella, my middle daughter, she is not a big fan of meat. She doesn't really like meat at all, but she loves this chicken. She actually asks for this shredded chicken. You can eat it just plain, just eat it as chicken because it has such great flavor. Or for kids, you can make chicken quesadillas. You can use it for enchiladas because it kind of has a Mexican flavor to it. So again, we made quesadillas with it, chicken enchiladas with it. You can make nachos with it. Anything Mexican themed, you can make with it. Tacos. My girls, I actually made this last week, and my girls just ate the chicken with sweet potatoes and like vegetables. So you can eat it just as. This week I am making it to eat on a salad. So I'm eating this chicken on a salad with brown rice, and I'm gonna just top it with like fresh jalapeños and chopped onions and cilantro and make it like a Mexican chicken salad. So that's how I'm gonna eat it. So you just wanna make sure that you just keep turning the chicken so it doesn't stick. It's almost done, which is perfect. Now, key in this, you do not want to cook the chicken entirely. It will become chewy, it will be hard, and I am the queen of overcooking chicken. You're just searing it, browning it on the outside, okay? It's actually almost done. So I'm gonna remove it from the stovetop now, okay? I'm removing it, and we're almost done. And then you can go watch TV or Netflix or spend time with your family or go cook something else because I'm actually gonna go make my burgers after this. The chicken is brown, all of that fun stuff. Now, here, pre-cut, because I didn't want to take time doing this, is I have peppers, bell peppers. I have 2 cups of bell peppers. I have 2 cups of chopped onions, and then I have 1 jalapeno. Only half of it is seeded because my kids, if I put a whole jalapeno in there, I don't know how spicy it's going to be, but I know that they can handle a half of a non-seeded jalapeno. So 2 cups of raw peppers chopped, 2 cups of onions, and then 1 jalapeno. You can choose if you want to de-seed it or keep it seeded. Now you're going to put this on top. Just throw it all on. Again, super duper simple. I'm telling you, this chicken is so good. It is so good. Okay, here you go. This is what it looks like. You're just piling it on top. Now, this is where the chicken bouillon comes in. Organic chicken bouillon. I just grab a spoon. That's it. If you don't have measuring spoons, don't worry. Grab a spoon. And I just do 2 heaping spoonfuls. 2 heaping. 2 heaping. This one is not coming off. Sometimes I just gotta use my finger. Okay. So 2 big spoonfuls like this. It's pretty big. I would recommend getting the big jar of chicken bouillon because this will be gone in like two cookings of the shredded chicken. 2 big heaping. Okay, I'm probably gonna have to wash my hands because now they're sticky. Okay, I'm gonna wash my hands real quick. 1 second. If you have any questions, drop them below and I will answer them as I go for you. Okay, so now that I have the chicken bouillon in, I'm just gonna put a little bit more seasoning. Again, the Harissa seasoning already has seasoning in it. It's a mixed blend, so you don't need a lot. So I'm just doing pepper on top. It's just peppercorn, ground, pepper. It's it. Just coat it so everything on top has pepper, and then I do salt on top. We don't do a lot of salt in our house, but obviously you need salt for seasoning. So that's all I do. Just a couple twists on it, and then you're good. And then you're going to cover it with water. This is really important because it's gonna simmer. It's gonna simmer on the stovetop for I would say 2 hours. Like I said, you could do this in the crock pot, you could do it on the Instant Pot, but I've only done it on the stovetop, so I'm not changing it because if I change it, my chicken might turn out bad, okay? So now I'm just going to coat the chicken. And you wanna cover it. That was 2 cups. It's usually about, I would say 3 cups it takes, 3 to 4 cups of water to cover it. I'm gonna get a little bit more water in 1 sec. So drop your questions below if you have them. I will be right back. Hold on, I'm just getting more water. There we go. And I'm just going to cover it. Really what you want is you want all of the chicken to be submerged underwater. Okay, you guys ready? I'm gonna pick up my phone so you can see it. This is what it's gonna look like. Let's hope my phone doesn't fall into it, okay? Here you go. This is what it looks like. Do you see it? It looks now like soupish. The chicken on the bottom, the veggies on top, and all of that fun stuff, okay? So now that I have everything in there, this is the easiest part, you guys. Put the lid on, put it back on the stovetop, turn it on high, and let it come to a boil. Once it comes to a boil, which it's actually almost there, I'm gonna let it boil for like 2 to 3 minutes. And then I'm gonna turn it all the way down to simmer, low, simmer, no bubbles. If you're not a cook, that means you don't wanna see anything bubbling, you don't wanna see the water moving, if you don't know what simmer means. And I'm just gonna let it sit there for a couple hours. That's it. I would say 2 hours. I've never sat it there for an hour, but usually it just sits there for 2 hours because I'm meal prepping. I'm cooking other food, I'm doing other things. I honestly probably lose track of time, but it's definitely there for an hour and a half, 2 hours max. Because you want the chicken to become super tender and you want it to flake apart. Linda, it is 3 pounds of chicken. So I had to get 3 packs of the Green Wise organic chicken from Publix, 3 packets of it to equal 3 pounds. This will last us all week long because we do have 2 other proteins that we're having. We're having burgers and I'm having hard-boiled eggs, and then I think Steven is making, I think some type of pork on the green egg. So we have other proteins, but I will eat this chicken. My husband will eat this chicken every single day for a meal. We'll both eat this every single week or every single day on a salad. And then our kids will probably eat it for 1 meal this week, 1 dinner. But we'll eat it every day as one of our meals. You're welcome. You're welcome, Linda. So that's it. So it is almost boiling. Once it boils, again, put it back to simmer, no bubbling, and you're just gonna let it sit again for an hour and a half to 2 hours. Once it's done, now this is really, really important. Once it's done, what you're gonna do is, let me just check it, it's almost done bubbling. After it's done, you wanna take the chicken out with your tongs, take the chicken out and put it in a container like this. You're gonna need a bigger container. And then you're just gonna take a fork and you're just gonna pull apart the chicken. Just pull apart the chicken. I'll share a picture with you when it's done. Pull apart the chicken, and then you're gonna have a lot of extra broth in there. So you don't wanna submerge the chicken in all of the broth because the chicken if you keep it in the fridge for a couple days, it could get like too soft, and you don't want that. It's super easy, Ashley. You gotta try it. You'll love it. It is so good and easy, healthy, clean, and it's awesome. So then you can just measure it out. So normally what I do is after I shred the chicken and remove it from the broth, then I usually will put in like a half a cup or a cup of broth just to like keep it having flavor when it's in the fridge. I personally will pre-measure it out. So once my chicken is done, I will actually sort it into a little container, and I'll sort out my food so that I can just grab and go with my meals. So yeah, that's it. It's really easy. Mine is boiling now. So I'm gonna put it down to low, simmer, and then I will set my timer. I'm gonna set my timer for 90 minutes. And then when it goes off, it's good, and literally it just falls apart, and it's so good. You will love it. So let me know how you like it. Make sure you share this recipe so that other mamas and women out there that need quick, easy, healthy recipes, they can try it, because it really is amazing. And again, I'm not a cook, and this tastes pretty dang good. So I hope you enjoyed cooking lessons from my kitchen, and I'll think of some more things to show you live from my kitchen maybe next Sunday. So I do have a good recipe that I'm gonna share with you, but this one is not healthy at all, and it's coming up. It's like a blueberry breakfast casserole. It is to die for. Again, it's super easy, but it's not healthy. It's amazing. So stay tuned, and I'll share that recipe with you as well. Okay, bye everyone.